Let's go. It is that time. It is week 12. It is Thanksgiving already, Sims. Turn down because I know I'm hot in your ears. It is time. It is not really Thanksgiving until we start making picks, and Steven Nelson has already chimed in and says it's not officially Thanksgiving until Sims gives us his turkey impression.
Oh, it's coming, don't you worry.
Oh, you're gonna make us wait.
I mean, yeah, it's the start of the show. I gotta tease people, a little foreplay.
Good idea. Ooh, a little tickle. All right, we have 16 games to get through, including those 3 that you'll be watching on Thanksgiving.
I don't know if I can do the turkey. I mean, is it like racist to do turkey noises against turkeys? Because you can't do anything anymore. It's politically correct. I mean, I can't make any noises.
Hold on. You're allowed to do
I'm allowed to do. Oh,
yes,
it's not offensive to the turkey race? Sorry. Okay, good.
No.
Just want to make sure.
It depends. White meat or dark meat. That's the problem. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching on Facebook, share. If you're listening to us on the podcast, thanks as always for subscribing. Hit us up on Instagram at Sims and Lefkoe. Before we get going, I'm officially going to shave. For Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Oh, for his little mommy. Mommy, I'm shaved.
My friend Lauren just got a job, and she's working at the Art of Shaving, and she sent me this box.
Right.
And it's like the Luxe Set Art of Shaving, and it's got like that brush, and it has like a real razor and all that stuff. And
don't they call this the Dollar Shave Club?
No, this is the Art of Shaving. This is like a whole nother level.
Right.
And it's unbelievable.
Yes.
And you should get that for your family for the holidays. It's really good.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Let us start with Thanksgiving game. Oh, wait, hold on. So this is a weird week for us picking games. We don't have the injury reports.
Disclaimer.
I was in a normal state of mind last night.
Disclaimer.
And we killed the picks last week.
Yes.
Like dominated.
Right.
And Sims's big bet cashed in hard.
Bada
Take
bing.
a look at how we did last week. Sims made 1,270. And old Lefkoe Pants, even though he bet on so many games, nearly made $1,000 himself. We both went 7-6-1. Somehow, you are still beating me with one pick, but I'm still up about $1,300, and my ass is closing in on even.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You made a big student loan last week, though. You took almost a third of your money, and you're getting closer. Does it feel good to see that?
It does feel good. I'm going back to just I'm picking 1-2 games that I feel good about. The hell with the rest of them. It's too hard to bet in this league. It's too much week to week. But I got a little bone to pick, a little wishbone to pick for Thanksgiving. So last night I have to do a picks article, right, where I have to do the scores.
Yeah.
And I'm in the Google Doc. They call it the Oracle. And as I'm in there putting my scores in, I saw a big A in there for Adam Lefkoe.
Don't even accuse me of that.
Julian Assange came in.
Do not accuse
Donald
me of
Trumper. Jeff Sessions came in to make sure to see what my picks were so he could bet.
So
and then he was only in there for about 2 minutes, and then he logged out because he saw a big C on there.
No.
So just so you know, you've been blocked from the Oracle for good. Good.
Now, hold
You're
on.
done.
We can accept. There are multiple tabs.
I didn't talk to Russia. Oh, wait, I did. Go ahead.
Hey, Canvasser, how similar were our picks this week? Like, they're pretty different. There are multiple tabs in the doc. And
What do you have to do in there at all? Nothing in there concerns you.
All right, then I'm blocked.
You're blocked.
Let's see who keeps winning, though, because clearly I'm not.
Oh, I mean,
using
even
your
if you're
picks.
winning, I'm winning. You're using my info anyways. It doesn't really matter. You're WikiLeaks. I'm disappointed in you.
You really think that I was looking?
You're a PED user. That's what you are.
I'm getting upset.
You're
so
a
you
PED.
really think that I was cheating off your picks?
Yes, 100%. Yes. Sorry.
I'm offended.
Yeah.
I am legitimately offended.
Not as offended as I was.
Alex Osborne is saying this is a game-changing week. Sam Conkey says, just like when I used to pick one of my friends for my... Used to pick one...
Look at how he's sweating right now. He looks like Jeff Sessions is part of the congressional committee over here.
I'm like, you really think that I was going
Definitely, and it was so shady because it came in, I was making the picks, and you were off in like 2 or 3 minutes because you were like, oh shit, Sims is in there, let me get out.
This is unbelievable. No, I have the Sheets app on my phone.
Yep. Hey, wait, don't let him in there, Canvasser. Block him, hurry. Block his ass. He is done.
This is his rankings.
You're fired.
Wow.
Fired.
All right. And Angel says,
Look
get
at
on
he's
with it already.
sweating.
Yeah,
He's sweating.
I'm very upset.
Yes.
And then Connor Robbins says that's not how you pronounced WikiLeaks.
Oh, sorry. Well, the thing about business ethics is The thing about business ethics
what
is...
an asshole. Let's get to Minnesota,
Yes,
Detroit.
you're removed. He said officially, you are out of the dock.
I'm going to kick your ass in all these picks like I have every year. Minnesota, Detroit. Minnesota is favored by 3. It is in Detroit. Let's break down where these teams rank. For anyone that has asked on to, they're calling it Mush Spygate.
Yes, there we go. Give us your best stuff.
Jack Michael's calling it Lefkoe Leaks.
Yes, Lefkoe Leaks.
When I say the rankings, these are the total rankings for offensive and defensive rankings. Minnesota is 5-5 in offense and defense. Detroit is 16 on offense, 23rd on defense, but they've been getting better and better.
Yes.
Minnesota has a 2-game lead on Detroit. This is an enormous game for the NFC North.
Right.
I have to go first, correct?
Mr. Flynn, you do.
That's how we go. I was curious on how. I'm just going to give my pick first. I'm actually going Detroit here.
You're so flustered right now. This is hilarious.
And I am going $30 on Detroit. Because I do not feel confident in not having injury reports, because I did not feel confident in not getting to talk to Sims on the Wednesday podcast, I am making a lot of 30s to even out the money because I want them to cancel each other out. This is a weird week. I did not feel confident in them.
Yes.
Part of the reason I'm going with Detroit here is I put down who are the best defenses that Detroit has faced this year. Let me make sure they faced. They faced Steelers, Panthers, Vikings, Bears, Browns, and Falcons. They have faced a lot of good defenses. Also, how does Case Keenum done on the road? Not bad. The Lions game, though, was his 3rd worst game of the season with Baltimore and Pittsburgh. And then I also wondered, what is Detroit's streak on Thanksgiving games? Detroit has actually won 4 straight on Thanksgiving, which actually was a shock to me. And Stafford, in the last 5 Thanksgiving games, 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The man is clicking on Thanksgiving. The Lions.
Let's just clarify that. He's clicking every week.
So
we all have to start getting Matthew Stafford.
Having to defend Matt Stafford.
I don't really understand, guys. Matthew Stafford is unquestionably one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football. He is one of the greatest throwers, greatest arms in the history of football. The whole team is him. It's the defense, the run game, they don't exist. So sorry, I didn't mean to totally
No, that's it. And then the Lions have actually beaten the Vikings in 3 straight games. And the Vikings in those games have only scored 4 touchdowns combined. I will say this right now. I believe that the Vikings are a better team. But I've noticed something this year. For the last 5 Thursday games, the home team has covered. And the only one that wasn't was the Seattle extra point game. This is a short week. This is at home, a Detroit team that I think is used to playing on Thanksgiving. They played the Vikings on Thanksgiving last year. I would pick the Vikings, but I just think that this is a weird. The Lions are used to it. I'm going Lions.
I love the old Turkey Day special. Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, little turkey, we're going to chop your head off and eat you in a few minutes. Sorry, I'm going Vikings. Only $10, though. I'm picking the Vikings to win the game.
It's a weird game, right?
It is. It's 27-24. Vikings are the better team. I do think they're going to win the game outright. I just think, it's just too much pressure on Matthew Stafford to make it all happen. And I think Minnesota is a very well-rounded, hot football team. And every week they just dominate the line of scrimmage on the offense and defensive side of the ball. And it's not even about Case Keenum. They can run the ball. Since Latavius Murray is close to being back to 100% here after foot surgery in the offseason, he's looking better and better. And I just look at, again, just that defensive line for the Vikings, the 2 guys in the middle, the secondary.
I'm excited when they show the offensive line for the Lions.
Yes.
And it's the line we've been waiting for all year.
Right.
Taylor Decker's back, super healthy. Ezekiel Ansah might play. It looks like he will.
Right. I'm very excited for this game.
I think it's going to be the best game of the
it's the 4 o'clock game's good, too. Yeah. This is an awesome game, though, regardless. I think this is the best game of the day, though. I do.
It's the best quality game.
Yes.
I just want to see Dak run for his life in the 4 o'clock game.
Right.
By the way, Chad Chambers is on here every single show that we do.
What up, Chad Chambers?
Give Harrison Smith love.
Oh, yes. Harrison Smith.
He says he's the ultimate white boy supreme.
He is. He is certainly a white boy supreme. He's phenomenal. I mean, he's not only in the box, back playing center field, man-to-man coverage. The secondary, I mean, that's where Minnesota, again, it's just at all 3 levels. Minnesota is probably top 3 or 4 at all 3 levels as far as linebackers, defensive line, secondary. And he's a baller. And Anthony Harris, number 41 last week.
Yes.
I mean, he is phenomenal filling in for Sendejo. He was everywhere in that Rams game.
Set the edge on that one play, blew up a nice run.
Made the fumble on Cooper Kupp.
Yes. Man, that was a good turkey. Are you a white meat or a dark meat guy?
I'm all white meat, and I don't really like.
You look like a dude that would be like, oh, no, we're just here visiting. Native Americans. All right, let us go to the next one, you pilgrim.
Donald Trump, you Julian Assange,
me.
WikiLeaks.
Dude, the reason I go into that is because I look at your rankings.
Right.
That's what I look at.
For today?
Yes.
What do you got to look at my rankings? You already knew my rankings.
No, because I look at your rankings.
Go
Let's
on
get into
Bleacher
this.
Report. You got the app?
It's
there.
Right. I will.
Yeah, don't worry. It's the only place you're going to be able to find it now. You're blocked.
You're such a piece of shit. Chargers at Cowboys, the 4 o'clock game. This is, a Chargers team that is feeling themselves right now, and a Cowboys team that must be feeling bad for Dak because he's under assault. The Chargers defense is quickly moving up. They're now 22nd in the NFL. They are 3rd in sacks, 15th on offense. Dallas is 14th on offense, 15th on defense.
I would have jumped on this. So this is the only game. I happened to see this spread on Monday.
Yes.
And to start the week, what was it? The Cowboys were 3.5.
By 3.
3.5, I believe.
All of these lines have moved, except for Minnesota.
So that
Detroit.
just tells you smart money saw that and just went, what?
I am going to be betting $200 on the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost said San Diego Chargers. First question I wrote down is Dak going to be under attack all game? 19 sacks for the program. Cowboys have allowed 11 sacks in the last 2 weeks. How has Dallas been on Thanksgiving? Kind of hit or miss. They've lost 2 of their last 3. And Cowboys have not beaten the spread in the last 6 Thanksgivings.
Wow.
There was like the Carolina blowout a few years ago, all that. And how have the Chargers been on the road? What do you know? 3-1-1 against the spread this season on the road, and the only loss against the spread was the game that you got fucked.
I know.
That Patriots game.
Yes, it was. That was a
I think the
heartbreaker.
Chargers are a good road team.
Right.
I think Phillip Rivers is excited to be away from 9 kids on Thanksgiving. I think that Dak is going to be. I think Dak is going to be under attack.
Yeah.
I really do believe it. And no, I think the Chargers are the better football team, and they're trending up, and Dallas is trending down.
Agreed, all the way.
How much are you going?
I'm with you, and I'm going $800. Play that music. Los Angeles Chargers, woo! Gonna be eating some turkey down in Dallas. Yeah, I'm going $800.
And I am officially rooting for the Cowboys.
Yep, good.
I'll lose my $200 to sacrifice your $800.
You know, if this game was on Sunday, I would have bet. You know, what can I have bet? 1370 or whatever it was. I would have bet all my money.
You are a little scared.
Yeah, Thursday just scares me, the fact that it's Thanksgiving. But San Diego, clearly the better team. San Diego's run defense. LA, sorry, whatever. I'm all screwed up. LA, though, clearly the better team right now. They have, like you said, Lefkoe, fixed a lot of their run defense issues. So I've been very impressed with that. Guys that are coming in.
Are you worried if Tyron Smith plays?
No, I'm really not, because it's still, I don't think he'll be 100%. Even when he was playing before that, he wasn't playing to Tyrone Smith level of football at that point. The man Cooper at left guard. The Dallas O-line is just not as good as last year, plain and simple. Doug Free being gone, Ronald Leary being gone, that has hurt that football team. This San Diego defense has got it going under Gus Bradley right now. And the other thing I look at, too, is just go, man, the one thing I notice about the Chargers, when the Chargers, like if you look at the Cowboys defense, it's their D-line that's the difference maker. Man, the Chargers can protect the passer. The Chargers, Phillip Rivers was not under any duress against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So they're capable of stopping that, and then that spells trouble for the Dallas secondary in the back end. So I like the Chargers to win the game outright, 27-21, $800 on that.
Wow, and he's got a lot of money left. We have $1,600 to bet this week, which means if he bets $10 on the rest of the game,
I would have liked to have
like
gone
$700 or $680 to bet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Connor of the Stick to Football podcast.
What up, Connor?
On his way to Philly. And then Alex Osborne says, oh, Sim said plain and simple, drink.
Hey.
That's good.
Drink.
And he also said San Diego Chargers, so drink. So if you're off, or you know what, if you're at work, I know you got a flask in that desk.
Nobody's at work today. We're the only ones that work
Pull
today.
it out. Pop it open.
Pull it out.
Eric
Take a drink to General Flynn over here.
I'm going to pop the
Julian
tires.
Assange and WikiLeaks over here.
All right, let us now go to the Thursday night game.
I'm not going to let it rest all day, just so you know.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm beating you. I'm using your information against you. Giants at Washington. Giants are coming off a big win over Kansas City. Their defense is still ranked 31st in the NFL. Their offense is 24th. The Washington defense is somehow 24th. They've also played one of the hardest schedules in the NFL.
They have.
And their offense is ranked 9th. This line started off at Washington -9.
Oh, wow.
And it is now down to Washington -7.5.
That's a little much, 9.
Chris Thompson out.
Yeah.
Jordan Reed, game-time decision, but likely out. Left tackle, what's his name?
Yeah.
Best left tackle in the team.
Yeah.
Williams.
Yes.
He is
Trent
going to be a
Williams.
game-time decision. Where are the weapons going to be? G-men have covered 3 of the last 4 games away from home.
Right.
Washington is only 1-4 against the spread at FedEx Field. Giants have not lost, I went back and looked, by more than 7 points to Washington, home or away, in 6 years.
Right.
I am putting $30 on the G-men to cover this spread plus 7.5. This to me is, I believe the Giants are about to go on a run.
$30, you said?
Yeah, 30 is the new 10, it seems. Okay, I just think that the Giants 7.5 is too much.
Yeah.
This to me, I think the Giants are going to win the game.
Do you?
Yes.
All right.
I think that this is going to be the Thursday night, where people are like, but Washington's so much better. I like Giants in this one.
Yeah, I don't agree with you there.
That's
I don't
fine.
think the Giants are going to win the game. I'm putting only $10. The Native Americans can't lose on Thanksgiving. That can't happen. Sorry.
That's kind of what happened.
Well, no, they had a nice meal with the Pilgrims. That's what happened. It was a good thing.
ruse.
Sorry. So
It was a ruse. It was like, hey, broccoli, by the way, that broccoli represents Alaska. Oh, you ate it? That meant you give it.
but regardless, all right, so my score, and again, I swear to you, I don't look at the spreads. I only saw that Chargers-Dallas spread by accident early in the week, and I don't even know exactly where I saw it, but I really picked the games first, and then I go back and look once I have to put the money and send this in to Matt Canvasser, and then I bet my money from off of that. But I picked Washington to win the game 24-16. I don't feel comfortable about it,
you
though.
are right there on the spreads in your predictions.
I'm okay, so we'll see.
That's
but
funny.
the big thing is, I mean, hey, you mentioned it. This is a Washington team that's been through a lot, certainly. The Giants' defense still has talent, and they are the type of defense that can match up and slow down this Redskins attack,
And who
certainly.
would? I mean, I don't think Josh Doxson's going to be doing this every week. And I look around and I go, where are the weapons? Like, I think Chris Thompson was the guy.
Well, he
when
was.
everybody else was falling apart.
Yep.
Jamison Crowder's been coming back from injury. It's always been Chris Thompson.
Yeah.
And I don't trust Samaje Perine that much. I trust Orleans Darkwa more than I trust Samaje Perine.
Well, he had a good game last week.
Sure he did.
You know, even if Trent Williams doesn't play, I still like this O-line. I still just think Washington's the better football team. I'm only betting $10. I expect Washington to win the game outright, just because, again, this is the type of year where this is the part of the year, just for me, real quick. Human emotions, again, is a real thing in the NFL. It really is. And Washington's still semi-playing for something. And the Giants aren't. So I just always wonder in these games, like, if you get down early and you're not playing for anything, they just go, screw it. We got a Thanksgiving weekend coming up, though, a little long, so it's nice. So that's where I just
Stephen Nelson chimes in and goes, wait, Chris Sims, BRCCO, Chief Conspiracy Officer, actually believes everything from school textbooks about what happened between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans?
No, I mean, I know that we screwed over the Native Americans, but I mean, Thanksgiving in the order of that sounded like a nice story. So,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you ever played on Thanksgiving?
I have. I mean, I didn't play, but I was the backup.
Is it weird
Twice.
not being home for that?
You know, I was home once. I got heavy hitter. I was home once when I played for the Denver Broncos. I was the backup quarterback there. We actually, oddly enough, played Eli Manning and the New York Giants. And my family came out, not my father because he had to work, but family, friends. We had Thanksgiving at our house. It was great. It was really awesome. Special day to play on Thanksgiving. It really is. I think that's the only Thursday game that should even be doable in the NFL this day and age. Then I had another year where I was in the Tennessee Titans, the year 2008, where we were the #1 seed in the AFC. We went up to Detroit and whooped the shit out of them. I mean, the game was
fun fight,
it was fun, but the game was over in like 25 minutes, and I was like, damn, we could have been home by now. I mean, it was like that.
I'm not amazed that people are missing Thanksgiving that are playing. I'm amazed at all the people that are in the stands on Thanksgiving to watch the football game.
Football, though, is like made for, even if there wasn't NFL, I'm the kind of guy that would go to like the high school.
On my couch.
No, I would go to the high school game at like 12 o'clock. It's early in the day. You got a full day of drinking and eating turkey and stuff. So I don't know. It's part of the tradition to me. I really do enjoy it.
I'm sleeping in. I'm drinking really early, and I'm watching my mom cook. Like I'm over her shoulder, be like, "You're not going to use any more salt?"
You know, you're not that American today. I don't know.
Stop. Claire Wind is shocked that Canvasser is a person and not a program. Her mind is blown.
Oh,
she thought
yes.
all this time that Canvasser was a program. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Let's move to Sunday at 1 o'clock. Atlanta is 6-4, and they are streaking from the quad into the gymnasium. Bring your green hat, because they beat the Seahawks on Monday night, favored by 9.5.
Damn.
Over Tampa Bay, who has the 29th best run defense, defense overall. Tampa Bay is on a 2-game winning streak.
Yes.
They won the backup Super Bowl between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh McCown.
Wasn't an impressive win last week.
No, and then they beat the Dolphins.
Right.
I am going, actually here, I'm going Atlanta, $30. I just don't want to put any of my money on Tampa Bay. I think that line is very big for Atlanta team that I don't trust.
Right.
Like, I still don't trust Atlanta.
Agree with you.
I still think that people still think Seattle's better than they are and that Atlanta beat them. Bucks have actually covered 3 of the last 4 in the series and the last 2 in Atlanta. It was actually close. But my thing was Tampa Bay on the road, that's when their defense really explodes.
Right.
And I think that Miami game, like you saw it, like Jay Cutler threw 3 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah, they screwed it up. The one receiver falls in the end zone as he's throwing the pass.
And then Matt Moore led him back, and it was as if the Tampa Bay defense wasn't playing.
Right.
I think Atlanta, though, is a good team, and I don't think Atlanta's offense is clicking. That defense is all over the field right now.
Yes, they are.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick is not Russell Wilson, so I'm going to go with the really good team.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I'm only betting $10 on this game. I'm going with Atlanta. I'm just picking it like this. I can't do that noise. But Atlanta, I'm picking them to win the game 28-17 in general. Yeah, I just look at that defense for Atlanta at home on that surface. I just think it's too much for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The part that scares me, again, is yes, I don't think Atlanta's offense hitting on all cylinders, certainly not. It's not the offense from last year. It's never going to be that, plain and simple. The one thing where I just look at it, Tampa's a pain in the butt for Atlanta is, of course, the athleticism at linebacker can take away some of the play action, middle of the field type throws. And then Tampa is very conservative with their coverages in the back end a lot of times, which takes away big play opportunities. And that's the thing about Atlanta is just they're not the type of team that does sustained drives. It's like, you know, when they score a touchdown, it's 4 plays, 80 yards.
Or a big Tevin Coleman run.
Right, exactly right. So from that standpoint, that's what scares me. But I fully expect Atlanta to win the game. Like I said, 28-17, only putting $10 on it.
JP Savastino saying, upset alert, Lefkoe man, Lefkoe man, looking like a green olive.
Green olive.
That's great.
Yes.
I am still offended by you. All right, let us now move.
You've been blocked. You have, yes. Mueller is here to start this investigation. You've been blocked. The Department of Justice says you no longer have. I'm on the case, and we got you. You're in trouble, and you have been banned from the Oracle.
I don't even need a lawyer. I will represent myself. That's how confident I am in my innocence. And I'll take that innocence to the great city of New York. Carolina taking on the New York Jets. Jets. We had Buster Screen in here.
Yeah.
And made me really upset because I made this a Lefkoe lock and I immediately regretted it.
What a jerk.
Carolina, 17th in offense, 2nd in defense, but let's just call them the best defense in the NFL. The Jets are the 25th best offense, 21st defense. They are 4-6. They are coming off, both of these teams are coming off of a bye.
Yep.
Carolina, though, is favored by 4.5 on the road. And I wanted to make it a 30, but I had more money, and because I made them a lock, I'm going to put $40 on the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, 40 on it?
This is a game that I feel very confident that Carolina will win. I also feel very confident that the Jets will likely jump out to an early lead. The Jets are actually a very good first quarter team this year. They jump out on a lot of teams. Carolina, though, I looked the last few years coming off of a bye, they did start slow. They started slow against Oakland, came back and almost won that game, but Derek Carr had some miracles.
Right.
The Jets, they came out after the bye and they almost beat the Patriots, whether it was last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember. But Carolina, for me, I just trust 2 things. I trust that their defense is freaking phenomenal, and Josh McCown and those guys will not be able to do anything. That performance against Tampa Bay was so pitiful, I cannot get it out of my mind.
Right.
The other thing is, Buster said it.
Yeah.
They are having to scout a Carolina team that they really have 1 week of scouting, because I believe they've changed their offense losing Kelvin Benjamin. With what they did, and now look, they don't have Curtis Samuel anymore. I just think the dump downs to Christian McCaffrey are going to be very open. And I love the Jets defense, but not against a Carolina team that has a new mission statement. I'm going Carolina here, $40.
Okay, it's a good. This is a dicey game to me.
It is a dicey game.
I'm taking the Jets. I'm putting $10 on it. I'm picking Carolina to win the game. I think this is going to be kind of a low-scoring defensive struggle. I'm going to pick Carolina to win the game 16-13, really. I'm looking at it like this. Sorry, Jordan. You never let a panther loose on a plane, a jet plane. They'll tear up the interior. But I think the thing I look at, the bye week always scares me. The Jets, they are a big physical team, so they're not going to just get pushed around by the Carolina Panthers, which is what Carolina will do to you. I think the thing that scares me more than anything is I do think the Jets can stop the passing attack of the Carolina Panthers, but like I've been saying the last few weeks, since they've been with all these game plan design runs for Cam Newton, it's just made them very hard to defend. And the Jets have some of the personnel to slow that stuff down with the great safeties.
Yes,
they're good at the line.
Lee.
Yes, exactly right. So they have a lot of those elements you need to stop that. Now, the Jets' run defense is not good as a whole. I believe it's somewhere in 22, 23 range in the NFL. So that's what scares me at the end of the day. And I just think Carolina is a slightly better football team. I think it's very close. It's a physical football game. But I don't have enough confidence in the Jets' offense that can consistently move the ball in this Carolina defense, which you said is, it's one of the best defenses in football, if not the best. So that's where it scares me. $10 on the Jets, but Carolina wins the game 16-13.
Nicholas Kissel, I will get to your Rams question when we get to the Rams. I do like it, though. Alex Osborne saying that the Panther sound is your best impression. Do you agree?
It's up there. I had a lot of practice when I was getting recruited by the Penn State Nittany Lions.
What are your other sounds that you're most proud of? Can I get the turkey one more time? Let me just see where. Can you do the turkey sound, but then you get shot? That was good.
It was pretty good? Good. You're dead, turkey!
Oh, yeah, do it again. Do it again. I'm going to shoot you.
Make.
Stuff
that turkey!
You're an impatient turkey.
I know. Well, I thought you were going to make the gun noise.
Tennessee at Indianapolis. Sims' former Titans. You and Jeff Fisher hanging out, drinking margaritas.
Oh, Margaritaville.
Getting manis and petties. Titans, they lose their first game in 5 games after falling to the Steelers. Pretty embarrassing on Thursday Night Football.
Right.
20th offense, 14th defense. I think the biggest loser from Thursday night, because of that camera angle, is we all saw how bad Mariota's vision is sometimes.
Right, his throws. Holy
shit.
Crap. Right.
Colts are 28th in offense, 30th in defense. They are at home. They are coming off of a bye. And this might be my first big surprise for you, Sims. I am going $100 on the Colts at home plus. Colts have actually held a pretty good winning streak over the Titans for a very long time. Titans are 1-4 against the spread on the road, and the Colts are actually playing very well at home. Also, T.Y. Hilton in the fantasy community, when he is at home, it is like a mortal lock that he goes off.
Right.
I look at this game as, I know that you always say the Titans don't do anything bad.
Right.
They are a good team overall.
Right.
I actually feel similar to the Colts when they're at home.
Sure.
And Jacoby Brissett. I think this Colts team is a sneaky team going down the stretch.
Agreed.
And I love home dogs, even though I just bet on the Carolina Panthers on the road. I just think the Panthers have a defense that I don't want to bet against with Josh McCown.
I get you.
But I really like the Colts at home. And I just do not respect the Titans overall.
Yeah.
I just really don't.
Yeah, I get you. I don't think they're a legitimate threat to make any AFC playoff run or anything like that. I'm going with the Titans. Only $10 once again. I picked the Titans to win the game 24-20, right? And then I looked at it and go, whoa, it was a 3.5-point spread. But it is. It's scary. The Colts, that passing game, there's something to be a little worried about with the Titans' pass defense to a degree. And Jacoby Brissett, like you said, at home with T.Y. Hilton, it doesn't matter who it is. They've been able to make big plays in the passing game. And then I'll stand by the fact that the Colts up front are big and physical. So I have a hard time believing that the run game for Tennessee is just going to dominate the show. Mariota, I do think will be able to throw some balls and get some yards in the pass game because the Colts' pass defense is not very good, but nor do I think that the Titans' pass offense is just going to blow the roof off the RCA Dome or whatever the hell it's called now, the Lucas Oil Stadium. So from that standpoint, you know, it's just a scary bet to me. I do think Tennessee wins the game 24-20. I understand your bet. It's very dicey to me altogether. I would not be shocked if the Colts pulled off an upset.
I'm a little bit worried about Jacoby Brissett still dealing with the concussion and all of that, but I don't know. I like this Colts team.
I'm so sick of the concussion crap. I'm just sick of it. I mean, if I was playing quarterback in football, I mean, screw you. I'm a grown-ass man. You're not taking me out of the game unless I want to come out of the game. It's my fucking head. Let me do what I want with it, okay? I really am. I'm so sick of it. Like, they need to find a new formula because a lot of these guys don't want to be in the protocol. I think a guy, if he was so messed up in the head, he'd go, you know what, I don't think I can play this week. I'm seeing 2 Adam Lefkoes over here. And he would go, I'm not going to play. But these are grown men. And again, I just don't understand it. It really is annoying me to a point.
You want the waiver.
I do. I want a waiver. And what's a Titan? What the hell do you do? Like, I'm a Titan. What the hell is that? I always wondered when I was there.
Nick, do you have a Titan sound? We do not have a Titan sound.
I am a Greek god from Nashville.
Well, have you seen there's the guy that dresses up as a Titan, that huge jack dude?
I have not seen that.
He's got like a 12-pack, and he's got.
I see the guy that always is in the crowd with the Mariota jersey that's dressed as a fruit. I don't want to offend anybody, so I know, but I didn't want to say that. I'm being banned by Bleacher Report for anything anymore, so I'm being scared.
Joe Nicholson says, has Sims heard of second impact syndrome? Because that's why they take them out.
I get that, yes. And I'm sure I'm affected by it. That's why I lose my shit on here every week.
Tarika Dina says, I want to hear Sims say, this game scares me on national TV. So next Sunday night, when you're doing Sunday Night Football this Sunday night, you got to say, this scares me.
This scares me. Well, I'll be talking to you about Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and that game won't be scaring me. So I won't be able to say it. Sorry.
All right, let us now go to, I would never want to watch this game. Holy shit. Cleveland at Cincinnati. 0-10 Browns, 4-6 Bengals. Bengals have the worst offense in the NFL. The Browns have the 8th best defense in the NFL. And the Bengals are favored by 8.5. I wanted to bet on Cleveland this week, and then I read an article.
And you remembered you bet on them last week, didn't you?
And I'm not doing it.
Thank you. I mean, geez.
Because it's just Cincinnati, and they could get like a pick 6 or something like that.
Exactly
and I saw that Cincinnati has won and covered the last 6 times they faced Cleveland. And I'm sure that I've picked Cleveland all 6 times in this game.
Right.
I'm going, $30 on Cincinnati here? Fucking A, I did not. Stop. I did. I bet $30 on Cleveland.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I just think it's too much.
Gosh, Jeff Sessions, he can't remember if he talked to the Russians or not.
I think 8.5, though, is a lot.
I'm with you. Just fly mine up. Come on, get this on it. I picked Cleveland for $10. Yes, it's $10.
All right, so we're both picking Cleveland.
You're $20 stupider than I am. But, yeah, I'm taking the Bengals. I mean, not the Bengals, the Browns, because
we both want to take the Bengals, but we both are like, our minds are telling us to take the Browns because it's smart.
Well, I'm picking the Bengals to win the game 17-13. The Bengals, I don't think could blow out you, me, Canvasser. Their offense stinks. If it's not, AJ Green or Dre Kirkpatrick returning a 101-yard interception return, they're not capable of moving the ball.
You know the Browns are actually not eliminated from the playoffs yet?
Is that
mathematically?
Right? What? Well, the AFC is a disaster. I mean, 7-9 can happen in the AFC this year. It legitimately can. But yes.
So we both picked the Browns.
Yes.
It's a Thanksgiving miracle.
For $10. I don't think they can win this game. I really don't. They'd have to have a miracle happen, a punt return, a sack fumble return for a touchdown, something like that. I mean, Cleveland's going to be back in the quarterback market again next year. Shocker, this just in. But yes, I think the Bengals win a tough, physical football game, 17-13.
Nelson chiming in again saying the Cal State Fullerton Titans, their mascot is the Elephants.
Right.
So it's like a Titan because it's large.
Right.
So
okay, I know, but they have a sword with 3 stars around it.
How are you at elephant noises?
No, wait.
What?
No.
So you're a neighing horse that's shooting
I haven't
saliva.
practiced that one. I don't know.
Apparently.
Don't ask me about the Crimson Tide.
Let us now move to the greatest team in
big
sports.
olive, you.
Philadelphia freaking Eagles.
The second
3rd in
best team
offense, 7th in defense, taking on the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
3-7. Oh, this is Lefkoe versus Nelson. 26th in offense, 11th in defense. Leonard Floyd, though, out with an injury. Akeem Hicks was banged up, but we don't even have the injury report, so I don't know who's playing.
Oh, cry me a river. He doesn't have the injury report, doesn't know what to do.
The Eagles are favored by 13.5, and I will do what I always do. And I, as a loyal Philadelphia Eagles fan and as a mush, hereby swear to always bet $10 on the opponent to guarantee an Eagles victory. 9 times this year it's come true. The Philadelphia Eagles, I salute you.
So $10? $10. Yeah.
It's my only $10 bet of the week.
Okay.
Just to stay consistent.
I
also think that the Bears could cover this.
As the resident Eagles fan here and the guy that really roots for this team, I'm betting $10 on the Eagles. I picked the Eagles to win 31-17. I look at it like this. Hey, the Bears are a big physical football team, but that is a moot point against the Philadelphia Eagles. Moot. It's moot. But it's their physicality on the defensive line, offensive line. It gets canceled out in a game like this. Then you add the fact that there's no weapons on that Chicago Bear, wide receivers, nothing. And then, I mean, your team showed no respect to the Dallas Cowboys receivers last week.
They didn't?
No. I know we didn't get to go through that if you read through my notes. No, they were up in the face of Des Bryant and Cole Beasley and said, screw you, we're playing man-to-man.
That's awesome.
Yes, and so they're going to do the same thing this week. I have a hard time thinking that Trubisky and that offense can get going. And then I just look on the other side and go, okay, so now the Bears aren't going to be able to create this great pass rush and get in Wentz's face. Yeah. And Chicago, primarily a zone defense, that's not good against Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is, he's like a Stafford, he's like a Rodgers. You play zone like a Brady, you play zone, he's just going to throw it through the holes all day long. I'm only going $10 though because the Bears defense does scare me. They seem to create plays every week, whatever it may be. But I fully expect your Eagles to win the game.
Wentz is 10-3 against the spread in Philadelphia. Right. Trubisky is 4-1-1 against the spread as a starter.
Hey.
He's beating expectations every week, including that
is.
New Orleans game.
Yes.
New Orleans. They were really good down there.
Yes, they were. I mean, they could have won the game if they got the call right with Zach Miller breaking his leg in the end zone and he caught the ball. I mean, that's really what came down to that game. Trubisky, if anybody Bears fans are out there, Trubisky's the guy, man. Stay patient with them. Stay patient with this offense. This is not a coached problem. This is not a roar. But sorry, the Eagles are coming to town to peck away at the Bears.
Let me hear it.
That's not really an Eagle sound. I don't
Let me hear yours.
My Eagle sound? Fly, Eagles, fly. But I think when I really look at it too, I lost my train of thought. Oh, don't panic on the Bears' offense and what they got there. Their scheme and their quarterback are all good. It's a Ryan Pace GM issue right now. He's got to get weapons in the pass game, and I think he'll do that. I think he's a good GM. Kevin White, being a bust that he was and injuries, has really set this team back in a big way, and they need to they don't have a number 1 or number 2 NFL receiver on their team. It's a bunch of 3s and 4s, like I've been saying. So that's why they're not capable of being consistent on the offensive side of the ball.
By the way, I saw a tweet today that said that Halipuli Vaitai has 2 brothers, and their names are Jeff and Will.
That's hilarious.
I mean, what the hell? How do you get what Halipuli Vaitai?
They must have been like, the parents must have been like, damn, we really screwed Holly, Vali, Vuti, Vaitai, and let's just call the other kids Jeff and Will so they can have friends at school.
Oh, man. You think that Halipuli Vaitai didn't have any friends?
They were probably like, damn, hey, HP. Or HV.
I do think also that the Eagles at home have become a different animal ever since they closed off the stadium. It's really funny when they did that, the noise didn't escape and they've been better there.
Right.
If this game was in Chicago, it would have scared me more, but it's in Philly. And
yeah, you guys are a good matchup for them.
Oh,
hard time thinking they can win the game anyway.
I think we're a good matchup for anybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's a bad matchup for the Eagles?
The New England Patriots.
All right, well, that's just because they...
I know. Well, they're just smart, and they're big up front, so they can block you guys, and then it becomes Brady and their passing attack, and can you guys cover them?
Buffalo at Kansas City. This is the free fall game. This is 2 people fighting over a parachute as they disintegrate into space. Buffalo is 27th in offense, 25th in defense. Chiefs, 6th in offense, 28th in defense. They were ranked right around there last year, too, and no one paid attention to it. And the Chiefs are favored by 9.5. The Bills have dropped the last 3 against the spread. Whoever was playing the Bills, I was prepared to take, and then it was the Chiefs. And I am actually putting $30 on Buffalo because I think the Chiefs are going to win. But how are you going to make the Chiefs a 9.5-point favorites over anybody right now?
I agree with you totally.
If it was the Browns, I would take the Browns. The Chiefs' defense plays so far off of everybody, and Tyrod Taylor is going to come out like a man on a mission. He's officially starting. They can do all the underneath stuff. LaShawn McCoy will have success underneath. He was able to run the ball, but Nathan Peterman threw 5 interceptions last week. And Buffalo's defense is not that good, but you know what Buffalo runs? And I thought about you last night when I wasn't cheating off of your dumb fucking
when
picks.
you were in the WikiLeaks
Wiki. The Bills play the zone.
Yeah.
And they're just going to stay there. And they're not going to be playing man-to-man against the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're not going to let Tyreek kill them.
And those early games in the year, when Kansas City had success, you kept saying, everyone keeps running man-to-man against them, and it's underneath, and it's Tyreek Hill. They're just going to play zone.
Yeah, that's what everybody
And they're
does
going to contain them.
Right.
And I know that people think Arrowhead is like a really tough place to play. 9.5 is too much for me.
Yes.
Even though the Bills are in free fall.
Yes.
They're desperate. Kansas City's desperate.
Right.
Alex Smith is worried about his starting job.
He definitely should be. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go to this too. I'm going $10 on the Bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The dunker.
That is actually
it's a Dances with Wolves. It's versus the dunker.
That is your
That's
audio.
my noise?
Yeah, do it again.
The dunker.
Oh, do it again. Do it again.
Buffalo? Buffalo. The dunker. Yes, I like it.
He said, ha, ha, ha.
I have to do this now, though, because if I put this by my mouth, that I guess is offensive. I don't know. They're putting the handcuffs on me, everybody out there.
Make your
I
pick.
can't do anything. I already make it? I said I'm putting $10 on Tatanka. Holy crap. Come on. The Bills, $10. Yes, it scares me. Kansas City's defense does stink. I think Kansas City's going to win this game 23-20. But I do think the Bills, their offense, it's certainly not as bad as what it looked like last week. I do think Tyrod Taylor will come out as a man possessed to a degree. The Chiefs defense, how can you have any faith in it really in general? And yeah, I do think even though the Chiefs offense is far more talented than the Bills defense, McDermott will have the proper game plan to not let Tyreek Hill, go for a 70-yard bomb or a Travis Kelce go down the middle of the field. Those are the things I look at.
Alex Osborne brings up my issue, and it's not just because I have Kareem Hunt in fantasy.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's an Andy Reid thing. He just never stays quite consistent with the run game.
This was the year where he got away from being Andy Reid.
I know.
Omar Judah says, hey, guys, I'm in Jamaica. Guess what I'm doing?
Oh, have fun there, buddy. Yes.
What accent
I don't know.
is that?
Amon. Amon.
Jamaica.
Amon, spark up, man. That's awesome. Good for you, man. I wish I was in Jamaica.
He's always telling us to kind of let one loose. One day they're going to let us do that.
One day they will. I know. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
But. Let us now go to a team that is going to just be smoking the opponents all season long.
Oh, well played, Lefkoe.
Yeah, you just got to kind of pack them in there and roll with the punches.
Hey, I like her.
Occasionally, just, a light comes on, and you're just, you're seeing. I got nothing. Okay, Patriots are second ranked in offense, 32nd in defense still, because it's yards. Dolphins are 30th in offense, 17th in defense, and the Patriots are favored by a whopping 16.5.
Yikes.
The Dolphins have not been good in Foxborough. Their last win in Gillette was the famous Wildcat game
Tony Sperano.
in 2008.
Right.
Since then, they've lost 8 in a row and failed to cover 6 of those. I went back and looked at the last 3. They're losing by an average
Jimmy
margin.
Garoppolo one.
When they were down by 20-0, they came back, but they've lost by an average of about 21 points. This is one of my big bets of the week.
Okay.
And I know it's 16.5. I do not care. I am putting $300 on the New England Patriots because we are in that zone. We are in the super focus zone, and I don't think there is a team worse equipped for this Patriots offense than the Miami Dolphins. Their linebackers, their cornerbacks, I don't care about Ndamukong Suh. He is going to be caught in the middle, and they're not even going to. When have you seen the Patriots try to have a power running game? They don't. It is just going to be all of that. And the Dolphins on offense, I actually think Matt Moore will perform better than Jay Cutler will, but it's all going to be underneath coverage. You're really not afraid of anything. And I said it a long time ago. I said it after Devontae Parker's big game. He's just not someone that can do it consistently. And I don't see it happening against this team.
Right.
$300 on the Patriots.
Okay, there you go. Let it go. Good for you.
Oh, you're going huge.
Happy for you. No, I'm not. I am not. I'm going $10 on the Patriots. I don't like it. I know it's $10, and I'm from Boston, and I like Tommy Brady, and he's the best, and Bill Belichick. No days off. No days off. I'll tell you, this is what scared me, okay? I'm going $10 on the Pats. I picked the Pats to win the game 35-17. Okay, but this is what really...
So that's a cover.
It's a cover.
Good. I love when you pick against covers.
Well, no, I picked the Pats to cover. I picked $10. I just didn't put money on it. Okay, yeah, thank you. But this is what scares me, Lefkoe. The Patriots have been on the road for 2 weeks. They've been in Denver, Mexico City. And Bill Belichick actually admitted to cracks in the armor yesterday. He just said that we're worn out. That trip wore us out.
I thought about this.
So all those things to me just scared me a little, and I just didn't want to do it. And I think the Dolphins are a team that's going to be semi-desperate here. I think those are like the things you said, like we haven't won in 2008. Those are the kind of things that get said into a team meeting during the week, going like, come on, we haven't even gone up there and put a fight up for the last 8 years, whatever it may be. So I do think that could be motivating to a degree as well. So that's what scared me. I won't be shocked, but it's fun that I get to root for the Dolphins now a little bit.
He talked about how, like, all the logistics.
Yes.
And you know what I think Bill Belichick was actually saying? I think he was saying that all of those people in the Patriots organization that do, like, the planning and the moving and the stuff, I think he was saying that they're tired.
Yeah, I think he even said he was tired, too. Yes, but all right, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was a lot. That's why I just went with it. I don't know. It just scared me from that standpoint alone. I do, of course, expect the Patriots to win. I picked them to cover the spread. I just was a little worried about that in general.
Do you think coaches watch or read the comments of other coaches' press conferences?
Definitely.
Really?
Without a doubt.
So you think Adam Gase saw that?
Yes,
and
coaches.
What do you think he thought?
This is why Belichick is so bland in his coaching, because coaches, they have people in their organization to go through not only what the coaches say, but what guys say in the locker room, and what are they saying to see if they give clues out to what they might do in the defense.
Players and the coaches.
Right. So that is what I mean. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful as a player, because that's what does happen. Every now and then players talk about the strength of what the other team is, and they're only saying that because they were just in a meeting where the coach told them those things. So then you go, oh, they're worried about this, blah, 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 and you can build game plans off of that.
Yeah, Brady and Gronk both got the day off, probably part of that tired thing. By the way, Mama Lefkoe is in the comments, and she says, Happy Thanksgiving, Chris.
Thank you, Sharon. Happy Thanksgiving. You have to talk to your son tomorrow about business ethics at Thanksgiving dinner, okay? You're a little late tuning in, Sharon, but
you know what's really
I can't
funny
catch her.
I have had so many moments in my life in school where I've been accused of cheating, and I went to my mom and was like, I have never done that. And they went and defended me, and I totally cheated.
Yes.
But this is not
well, you've told me those stories. Yeah, so I don't really believe that crap right there.
You've also said before that you think I'm a good liar.
You are. You're a great liar. You've lied to my face, and I've known it. And so I don't trust you.
Start this music over, and then give me your feelings about what you saw last night. Do the music one more time.
No. I was in the Oracle, and then Lefkoe.
What are you doing? Why did you turn it into a musical?
Lefkoe was in the Oracle. When I was in there making my picks, I'm the Pink Panther, and I realized that I got a cheater on my hands. His name is Julian Assange Lefkoe, and he is in my WikiLeaks looking at my scores, and we're on the case. He's been blocked. The Department of Justice, Mueller is on the case.
Doom. That was good.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm embarrassed when I send it. You send me these videos later today, I'm embarrassed with myself.
Seattle at our favorite coach in the NFL, Kyle Shanahan. Seattle somehow is 7th in offense and 9th in defense.
Yep.
They're
7th in offense because of that guy on the left.
Oh,
I mean, he is the offense. I mean, he's the running back, he's the quarterback. He is the only thing that is really elite on that football team.
My friend Dan said in a text chain that he is the Allen Iverson of the NFL.
Yeah, it's I get what he means.
I think Vic is more the Allen Iverson of the NFL, because there was also that recklessness to Vic where when he played, you were like, I don't know if I can win with Vic.
They're both from the same area.
And they said that same thing with Iverson.
Newport
News,
yeah,
Virginia.
Exactly. Right.
I don't know who I would compare.
He's better
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's better than Michael Vick.
He's kind of like Steph Curry a little bit. No, he's even better than Steph Curry is.
He's better than Michael Vick as a starting quarterback.
No shit.
As a whole. Okay.
Yeah, obviously. He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, and he did it all himself, and but he's also smart. Like
Yes.
Vic, at times, you were kind of like, I don't know if he's seeing the field.
Yeah, he just did it more on athletic ability. Wilson is just amazing right now. He's in the MVP conversation for sure. I don't care where they end up. I mean, he's not in Brady Wentz.
You were pretty spot on before the year. You said it's 12-12 and 3. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If we didn't lose Aaron, he'd be in that conversation.
Yeah.
Seahawks are 3-8-1 against the spread in their last 12. I really wanted to take the points because that first game with San Francisco and Seattle was close. I don't trust Seattle's offensive line. I don't know what Kyle's going to do after a bye. I'm taking Seattle -7.
Yep.
If it was more than 7.5, I was going to take San Francisco.
Right.
But 7 to me is doable for Seattle, and
Yes.
I think that defense with C.J. Beathard. C.J. got his good game. He's reading his press clippings in the bye week. I'm going with Seattle.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm going with Seattle too. What's a 49er sound? That's another good one. But I look at it and just go, I'm picking Seattle to win the game 28-16. Yeah, San Francisco's defense. Are they athletic enough to contain Russell Wilson and do that and stop the plays in the back end when he does buy time to stop Doug Baldwin and Richardson and Lockett down the field? Negative Ghost Rider. They're not. So that's what concerns me. And like you said too, it is still C.J. Beathard. He played a very good game in the game against the Giants, not taking away. But this is the Seattle Seahawks where I do think they'll create a little more chaos. They're still really playing for something here. This will be a big game for them. I expect them to answer it. I'm only going $10 because, hey, I'm scared of the Seattle Seahawks in general, and I know Kyle Shanahan he's a tricky little bastard, and he'll have some good plays in the playbook when you give him this extra time. So he knows how to expose that Seahawks-type coverage. He practiced against it for 2 years when he was with the Falcons because they run the same scheme, and he had good success against the Seahawks in the playoffs last year and up in Seattle. So those things are what scares me from betting hard on it. But like I said, I'm going $10 on the Hawks, 28-16.
A lot of people are comparing Russell Wilson to Russell Westbrook, saying that he's Mr. Triple-Double. I am actually going to go different.
Okay.
My first thought was Steve Nash,
right?
But I'm going to take that back. I believe that Russell Wilson is Jason Kidd. The guy that was Mr. Triple-Double before. I need a guy that's a little bit stocky. I need a guy that's running the point. And what he did with those Nets teams, kind of carrying it by himself, and he's like that consummate leader that could be that coach later on. I see Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
You like that one?
I like
Westbrook
it.
more?
I like the Westbrook more.
Why? I find Westbrook
the
to be a little
attitude's not
reckless.
the same.
No, they're not the same.
They're not the same. But
Kidd was poised.
But I feel like
Wilson's poised. Wilson's on the sideline
but it's like
don't worry, God wants us to win.
Yeah, but that's his demeanor. But the way he plays is more.
Rodgers is more Westbrook. Brady is more Westbrook.
Rodgers is Rodgers. Yeah, I don't know about that. No, Brady's
Rodgers is Jordan.
Yeah, really, that's exactly right. But go ahead, move on. Let's
New Orleans, yeah, and then you know what? And Cameron Barry says Brady and Belichick are Duncan and Popovich.
Yeah, there you go. That's really it. Good job. That's exactly what it is.
All right, New Orleans at Los Angeles. I would say this is the best game on Sunday. 8-2 Saints coming off an incredible comeback against Washington, against the 7-3 Rams, who I think got a nice dose of reality in their face against the Vikings. Both top 5 offenses, both top 16 defenses. This is one of my locks of the week, and it's because it's the rare I get the team that I think is going to win as an underdog. Look, I believe that the Rams are going to be a lot closer in this game than they were in the Vikings game.
Yes.
I am betting $300 on the Saints because at what I said, I believe. You need to play the solo again.
Come on, Canvasser.
And here's what I'm saying. So I'm talking about the Saints team, right? And I'm thinking, I like a Drew Brees, and I like Kamara, and I like this guy. What's his name? Ingram. Okay.
I like that. That was good.
Thanks. But the one concern that I have in this game is when the Saints have played good offenses, and we talked about this before, it scares me.
Yes, right.
They let up a lot of points to Washington.
Right.
Detroit in that game, I know it was all over the place.
Yeah, but still, I get you.
Patriots had some luck. When the Vikings offense was clicking,
Yeah.
I do get a little bit worried about that. And the Saints have played some shitty offenses during this winning streak.
Right.
A Rodgers-less Packers team, the Bills, the Bears. They have played some not good offenses. However, and they just lost Alex Okafor. And Marshawn Lattimore is banged up. I'm taking all this into account. I just think that the Rams, they're facing a Saints team who has a very good offensive line, and everyone's talking about Marshawn Lattimore, and no one's talking about Cam Jordan and that D-line for the Saints.
Yes.
That didn't go anywhere.
Yep.
The offensive line for the Saints
Okafor getting hurt stinks, but they're still good there. I'm not just trying to
Hopefully
say
A.J.
that.
Klein is back.
Right.
I think they're the better team,
Yep.
but I do think this will be a lot closer than the Vikings game.
Yes.
Especially because it's at home, too.
Agreed. I'm feeling your vibe there, kid. I'm going 400 on the Saints, though. I do. I just looked at it exactly like you did. I mean, as usual, I picked the games first, and then I went and looked at the spread, and I said, damn, I picked the Saints to win 35-31. I am picking them to win. And then, like you said, the Rams are favored by 2.5. So when I looked at it from that standpoint, I think that the end of the day, hey, Marshawn Lattimore might not be totally 100%. Maybe he doesn't play. I don't even know. But it's not going to be a deal breaker for me. Robert Woods is out. We know that. So that has been really the number one target for Jared Goff in that offense. He's kind of Mr. Do Everything for them. And I just go to what scares me more than anything is I think the Saints, with their running ability too, just like we saw the Vikings last week. The Vikings ran the ball with great success. The Rams, the one issue they got.
28th ranked run defense in the NFL.
They do not have good size on the defensive line. They got guys like
they need guys like Aaron Donald to be aggressive.
Right.
And just like what the Eagles did to the Cowboys, they just run trap.
Right. They let them go fly up the field.
Exactly right. Use your aggressiveness against you.
Exactly right.
Guys like Ogletree, while they are physical and they are impressive, they do not stay contained.
Well, it's hard. It's just hard for Ogletree too, because as a good middle linebacker, I mean your points are all 100%. I'm not even trying to disagree with you or anything. I'm just saying, it's hard for Ogletree because so many times in the run game, because Donald's upfield and things like that, when the ball goes up the middle, they have blockers on them right away, and it's hard to get off those type of blocks when you're just going, I'm still reading the play, but I'm getting pushed back here. So I do think the Rams will be able to impose their physicality on them. Hey, the Rams, I really like a lot of things, and if you read my notes too, I'm so encouraged by Jared Goff. I mean,
really?
He's just.
Well, he had some good throws to Cooper Kupp.
He really did. He played well, and the thing I looked at.
He was under attack too.
And he played fearless.
Yes.
He doesn't look at the rush anymore. He stands in there and makes throws. So kudos to Jared Goff. Kudos to Sean McVay for straightening that out, building his confidence. That's really what happened. Sean McVay built his confidence.
I have two questions. Don't move on to the next game yet. One is from Nicholas Kissel about the Rams. I want to ask my Saints question. Any fear that they just came back and now they're being celebrated as the Saints, and this could be kind of an emotional letdown, or do you think Sean Payton's got him focused?
Yeah, I think I honestly looked at it. There was two things. I'm glad we brought this up. Two things. I think a game like that where they were semi-outplayed by the Redskins will actually make them refocus with a Sean Payton guy who I know is just tough as hell. One of the best coaches in football, plain and simple. The other thing I think, and I almost forgot about this point, is I think the Saints have an advantage from this standpoint. They played pretty much the same offense last week with the Redskins.
I was thinking, who was that advantage? They played pretty much the same offense, but McVay also gets to see how his offense did against the Saints.
But the Saints got tore up a little. So I think they're going to change their game plan and go, damn, we can't do some of the stuff we did against the Redskins. We got to come up with a new attack. Also, the Rams are a young football team still.
And that's the question.
So that's where
Ask Sims if the Rams are like your Yankees, a rebuild that's a few years early, but still a good team for years to come.
Totally. That's a great example. Exactly right. They are. They're a young team that's a year ahead of schedule. And yes, they got out to a hot start. They won some games that they probably shouldn't have won. They're dangerous. If they won this game, hey, listen, I won't be shocked, but I just think it's Drew Brees, Sean Payton. They've been there. They've done that.
Yeah.
They got Cameron Jordan on the other end, like you said. There's a lot of things that are quality. And then that O-line for the Saints, it's the best in football right now. And that's what scares me for the Rams.
Here's a game game that I was actually excited to see the line. It is Denver versus Oakland.
Yep.
This game is in Oakland. They're coming back from Mexico. Last year they came back from Mexico and they got a pretty nice win as well. Denver's defense is still 3rd.
Yeah.
Raiders' defense is still 26th.
Yeah. Denver's defense ain't losing these games.
Hell no.
No.
They are underdogs by 5. I am going to be betting $200 on the Broncos in this game. 5 points for me was way too much. That was like perfect timing.
That was good.
I hate that I'm betting on Paxton Lynch. I'm just looking at this Raiders team. They just fired their guy, Ken Norton Jr., which I need your comments about because we've had people in the comments section forever talking about when are they going to get rid of Ken Norton Jr.
Right.
They are bringing in Pagano.
Right.
Denver, they lost to Mike McCoy.
Crazy, right?
They are having
Bill Musgrave
calling plays, the former, and you know he wants to dial it up
No doubt.
against the Raiders. A lot of motivation in this game.
Yes.
I just think that Derek Carr's offense, I don't even trust it as much as I do the Bengals in terms of like the passing to A.J. Green. And I just think the Broncos defense is really that good. And I think they're more motivated than the Raiders are. I think the Raiders are in shock mode.
Right.
And I think that Denver is in like, yo, this is our rival.
We've been called soft by our GM.
Let's kick the shit out of the Raiders.
I agree with a lot of what you said there. I'm going $10 on the Broncos.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm picking Oakland to win the game.
You picked Denver too, yeah.
I'm picking Oakland to win the game 19-17. Yes, Paxton Lynch scared me. I know what you mean. I mean, it's good that you bet that much money now. Now I guess I can root for the Raiders to win the game. But the Paxton Lynch aspect did scare me. Also, the fact that the AFC is such a disaster, that Oakland's still in this mix here for the 6th seed, certainly. So they do have something to play for. But yes,
the Broncos can get the 6th seed?
No doubt, that they win the rest out, and they win out, and they go 9-7, or even if they go 8-8, who knows? I mean, it's that kind of year. It really is. So I looked at it from that standpoint. I'm going with just Derek Carr to make a few plays at home. But it is a scary game to me in general, and Paxton Lynch is really what stopped me from wanting to bet more money just because it's not easy. I've been in this situation before when you haven't done crap for 11 weeks.
Yeah, but the Raiders are a good team to start off against.
They definitely are. They're gonna. I mean, their defense stinks. And if you want to talk about what happened with Ken Norton Jr. real quick, we can talk about it. They don't do a lot on defense. It's a Seattle scheme, and I don't think really Ken Norton Jr. had a full understanding of really how the coverages worked in the Seattle scheme. That would just be my 2 cents. I mean, Ken Norton Jr., I think he'll probably go back to being a linebackers coach somewhere, and he's going to be one of the best in football at that. But you know, I just don't know if he knew all the rules as far as the formations.
How similar is this defense to Pagano? Is he going to be able to change it up right away?
Yeah, he'll be able to change it to a degree, but he's not going to be able to change much. You're right, because you just can't do that to your players and go, hey, we're going to change our total scheme here and do something else entirely different. Plus, Oakland just doesn't have that much talent at the corner position, plain and simple. Gary and Conley not being able to play was a huge thing for them. Yeah. They needed him. So, yes, like I said, Raiders 19-17, but putting $10 on the Broncos.
Jacksonville at Arizona, and the Jaguars are cruising 7-3. Cardinals, they suffer a tough loss. Bruce Arians on Sunday came out and said, I regret making that call. He then came out on Monday and said, I take it back. I didn't regret that call. I shouldn't have said that. He said we missed some blocks. Jaguars are 8th on offense.
They miss blocks every week, so you can't. You got to regret the call. You guys always miss blocks.
Arizona is 19th on offense and 19th on defense.
And their run offense, again, where you tried to run it up the middle on the Texans with they got big effers everywhere.
I thought Blaine Gabbert played well. I think that Arizona's defense will make life a little tough for Jacksonville.
Right.
But do not forget, the Texans curse is still alive. Every single team that has played the Texans has lost the following week.
Because they beat the physical shit out of you. That's what the Texans do.
I am betting $200 on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That was like the lion from the Wizard of Oz there.
That was a good one.
Courage. That was a good one. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's usually my Velociraptor impersonation. I'm going $200 on the Jaguars. I do not like betting on the Jaguars.
$200 on Blake Bortles.
I know. What are you doing?
I'm going $10 on the Jags. Give me your little cardinal.
We have a lot of people
snack.
asking for us to do the Bortles.
Do the
Do the Bortles. Do the Bortles. Do the Bortles. Do the Bortles.
Hey.
It's a throwing motion. It goes around,
Ooh.
and he throws it to the other town.
I
Do the
really,
Bortles.
again, I want to preface this. I like Blake Bortles. As a person, I know he's a great guy. He should have never been drafted at number 3. David Caldwell is the perfect example of the stubborn GM that's not going to give up on his pick ever. And if they just gave up 2 years ago, they'd win the Super Bowl this year. Jacksonville is the best team in football, but they have the 70th best quarterback, and that knocks them down a few ranks. Plain and simple. That's the way it is. So they scare the shit out of me. I'm picking the Jaguars to win 20-13. I think it's going to be a defensive touchdown, a Leonard Fournette touchdown, and then 2 field goals. And Arizona will find a way to make a play here and there. Bortles will probably fumble backed up on the own 20, and they'll score a touchdown, something like that. I mean, that's what Jacksonville does. It really is. But Jacksonville, against their only weakness maybe is run defense, and the Arizona Cardinals are the 31st run offense in football. That's why Bruce Arians is wrong in his assessment. Sorry, I know coaches can never be wrong. But you haven't blocked shit all year, so you're not going to start blocking Jacksonville this week. That's scary to me. Jacksonville wins the game, but I can't put more money on that quarterback. Sorry.
The reason that I almost was going to take Arizona in this game, and then I thought about it and went, I do have faith in Blaine Gabbert, but I do not see a running game these last few weeks in Arizona. It has completely dissipated.
Yeah, no.
Their offensive line is the kings of having no legs and ass.
Right.
And I see, other than Larry Fitzgerald, who I think Jalen Ramsey should be all over, I don't see anyone that I'm really afraid of.
No, exactly right. What do people think when comments when I talk about the Jaguars like that? Does anybody say anything?
Well, Bortles top his behind the helmet pass from last week with a through the leg pass. You saw that throw?
I didn't. Through the leg? Oh, I
No,
saw that. Yes,
behind the leg.
I saw that.
Queen Kira Clark says,
What up, Queen Kira Clark?
Just shitting all over Bortles. People are asking, come on, do the Bortles. And then Rodell Diana saying, Blake Bortles is facing Blaine Gabbert and quarterback coach Byron Leftwich.
Yes.
It's a big Jacksonville
That's
battle.
actually really funny. I forgot to think about all those. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, let us go now to the game that you're going to be at.
Yeah, I will.
Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is favored by 13.5. They have the 4th best defense, 11th best offense, and Green Bay's offense continues to plummet.
Oh, really? No.
Mike McCarthy, what are you going to say on TV about this?
I don't.
Because this has been a staple of the podcast now for 3 years.
Yes.
We have talked about Mike McCarthy relying on Aaron Rodgers and not dialing it up. Will you go hard in the paint against Mike McCarthy on national television?
Yeah, I will. I mean,
Have you already started talking to producers about it?
I mean, a little bit, yes. And I actually did a little segment on Pro Football Talk, I believe.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
I know, but I did. I just
Football-
talked about, and
Yeah.
and I say it openly. You know me. I'm honest. I'm not going to sit there and hold punches just to worry about whether Mike McCarthy's going to talk to me ever again. I don't really give a crap. I got enough friends in the world. Don't need any more. Or my Simpsons 60, you'll see on Sunday night. We'll unveil it. How many hours before the game do we unveil that, Canvasser? 30 minutes before the game. Check that out on the social news platform. What the hell am I saying here? Okay.
What are you going to say on national TV?
I tune in and see. I don't give this shit out for free.
Aggressive, though?
I mean, I'll certainly make my points known. You know that. I will let it be known what's going on in the world of football.
I am going $40
forgot.
on the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 13.5. It's just one of those games where I wanted to make a big bet, and I went, Adam, it's the Steelers.
Exactly.
They always fuck this shit up. And I don't like betting a lot of money when it's a big line. I don't like when it's 7 points.
Right.
13.5, but here's the thing. Brett Hundley against that defense.
Yeah.
I just saw what he does against good defenses last week with the Ravens.
Right.
Not a fan.
Right.
It's just that Steelers
And it's not Brett
offense-
Hundley. It's not all him.
No.
I know. I just want to make sure
But
we get that out
I
there.
got $40 on the Steelers.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm only going $10 on the Steelers.
Where's the rest of your money?
Well, I've had I only have one more game left, so you'll see. Yeah, but $10 on the Steelers. I picked the Steelers to win the game 28-13. But yeah, I'm just scared of the fact that Pittsburgh's going to watch film of this game this week and they're going, man, we're better than this team and we're going to beat them with our, right eye closed. And I just have a hard time thinking that, yes, there's no way the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to muster up enough offense versus this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, especially with Green Bay as predictable as they are on the offensive side of the ball. This is where the zone coverages for Pittsburgh really come into shape, because you can drop people in the zones where Green Bay is predictable on the offensive side of the ball. There's no run game in Green Bay, so they don't really have to worry about that. And, Green Bay's defense can be a pain in the butt because they do some unorthodox things. And I just think, again, Pittsburgh will just chip away and kind of beat them physically, so I picked it to be 28-13, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was like 21-13 either. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what just scared me from going big money.
Now let us get to the final game, because I want to see where this money is. Houston at Baltimore, Monday Night Football. Baltimore with the 31st ranked offense, the Kings of Ugly. Their scheme is, we're going to pin you back deep with great special teams.
Yep.
And we're just going to kill you with Terrell Suggs and the boys.
Yeah.
6th ranked defense. Texans offense, I was actually very impressed with it last week. Tom Savage is playing well and is not getting talked about. 12th ranked offense, 20th ranked defense. By the way, I'm just seeing that Josh Gordon makes his return to the practice field.
Awesome.
That would be awesome. I am going $30, Houston +7, mainly because I'm doing what I wanted to do with the Steelers, but I trust Tom Savage more than I trust Brett Hundley. The Ravens by 7 is a lot of points.
Yeah.
I love Ravens by 3.
You did $30 on what?
30. 30 is the new 10.
But on who?
Houston, to cover the spread.
Right.
What do you got?
I'm going 270 on the Texans. Texans going to go up there and rope them a Raven. But I think they're going to lose the game. And a really close one.
Wow.
A really close one.
But 270.
270. I mean, I'm with you. There's no way. I just don't see how Baltimore can win a game by more than 7 against the Houston Texans.
Clowney gets featured a lot in this game.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice because, again, he's one of the best players in all of football. And, if you play defensive line and don't have a lot of sacks, nobody gives you recognition for it. But I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens to win the game 17-16. I really just, at the end of the day, I just think...
You sound like a terrier.
Oh, sorry.
There you
go. But I think when I look at it, too, I just go Baltimore. I'm picking just Joe Flacco over Tom Savage at home. They're just going to win a tough physical football game. I think Houston will really slow down Baltimore. But I also think Baltimore, with the simplicity of the Texans offense as well, will be all over some of those concepts. It's going to be I like this game because these are two teams that will physically kill each other. Two of the most physical teams in football. But yes, 270 on the Texans. Baltimore wins 17-16.
Our big bets of the day, you are putting 800 on the Chargers. I am putting 200 on the Chargers. I am doing 100 on the Colts. 300 on the Patriots. You are doing 400 on the Saints.
Yep.
I am doing 300 on the Saints. I am going 200 on Denver. I am going 200 on Jacksonville. And you are going 270 on Houston. This is usually where I figure out my locks. I had to do my locks yesterday. I am not happy about them.
It's a weird week.
I did Carolina -4.5 at the Jets.
Right.
I did Indy at home against Tennessee.
Those are your locks?
Yes.
Okay.
I did New England as a lock, and I did New Orleans as a lock. If I were to do them now, I would probably make Denver a lock and Jacksonville a lock instead of Carolina and Indy. But I'm feeling really good about Indy. I really think that's going to be a
crazy.
thing.
No, not at all. I hear you.
But New England may have been a lot. But the problem is I can't do the Thursday games as part of my lock, so I wouldn't have been able to do the Chargers, which is just a kick right in the balls.
Yeah, that is.
All right, let us get now down to the 5 teams that Chris Sims believe are guaranteed to lose in the week. Sims, where are we starting off?
Oh, in Thanksgiving spirit, we're starting off with, hello, New York Giants. You're going to lose, Big Blue. It's Thanksgiving. You can't beat the Redskins. That's un-American. How the heck can that happen? Sorry, Eli Manning, Giants, going to go down to the Redskins home field. Redskins going to be ready to win. They're going to win the football games. Giants lose.
Next one.
Next one will will be yo ho, we're gonna lose to the Falcons.
Hey.
Yes, we're not that good, and Ryan Fitzpatrick's our quarterback. Yeah, Falcons are on fire. They're not on fire, but they're better than the Bucs, and they will win the game. Sorry, Tampa Bay, you will lose.
Yo ho ho. Who are we up to next?
Oh, what do you think? I got to seize it to believes it, and I don't believes it, because the Browns ain't gonna win anytime soon. Sorry. Yes, Deshaun Kaiser, Cleveland Browns, Loserville, once again to the Bengals. Sorry.
Repetitive.
Repetitive.
Next.
It's not good water. It's the Boston Tea Party. You're gonna drown, little dolphin. Sorry. It's Tommy Brady and Gronkowski. You're going home losers. Are you freaking kidding me? It's too cold, that ocean up there in New England. You're so little cute little dolphin.
I love that you made it that dolphins can't swim in tea.
No, they can't swim in a tea party in the North Atlantic. Are you crazy?
Last, guaranteed to lose.
Oh, well, I called Sharon Lefkoe, and she told me that the Packers are going to lose to the Steelers. I also called my wife, Puli Punani, once again, and she said, you know what, Christopher? They don't have Aaron Rodgers. And then Dirty Diana came to town, and she said, she just hammered it home for me. Dirty Diana Sims, yes, the wife of Bill Sims, she said, they're going to lose. It's the Packers. It's Brett Hundley. It's Mike McCarthy against that Steelers defense. Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
And what do you know? You picked all road teams.
I did. I didn't even notice that. Yes.
So did I.
Right.
Feeling confident about those?
I do.
Which one are you you're the most confident about? The Chargers on Thanksgiving?
As far as my bets?
So when you're sitting around with your family, Thanksgiving, hope you guys have a great time. I want you to say, hey guys, Chargers are going to beat the Cowboys and impress all of your friends and family.
Yes.
I'm a little bit offended.
Yeah, you should be.
We're going to get past this.
Yeah.
I'm going to still continue to beat you. I want to give a shout out to The Art of Shaving again. Thank you guys so much. I got a package. Shit looks amazing, and I am probably going to give it to my family and just blow my dad away with how cool it looks. I had like one of those brushes.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Seriously. Have a good one. It's a fun day.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I mean, I only do turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, plain and simple.
No mac and cheese.
No, they didn't have mac and cheese back in those days.
You don't have to eat what is historically accurate to the
I don't care. I don't like mac and cheese. I would never eat it. Sorry.
Ian Melberg says, Adam, don't get too wasted. I can't make any promises.
Me neither.
For Sims.
Peace out, homies.
Fendrick would say good evening, and the Lefkoe.
WikiLeaks, man.
Wow. Have a great Thanksgiving, guys. We will see you next week.
I had to take one more shot. Sorry.
Big week next week. A lot of NFL players coming through. We'll holler at you. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, guys.
Have a good one, guys.